What's up, everybody? It's your friend Greg J. Hannibal the Radio. Today I want to talk about the 7 deadly sins. Now, last weekend I got a rare chance to just kind of lounge around the house and watch television and kind of veg out. And I saw this film called 7. Remember that film? Came out, I think, in 1995, starring Morgan Freeman. And Morgan Freeman was a detective who was retiring. Brad Pitt was the detective that was going to replace Morgan Freeman, and they came across a serial killer who was murdering according to the 7 deadly sins. And as I watched this film, I could not help but realize that the 7 deadly sins are afflicting my people. Yes, black people in America, we are guilty of the 7 deadly sins. Now, I started studying what are the 7 deadly sins. Now, there is no biblical reference to the 7 deadly sins. However, there are listings of virtues and do's and don'ts in various books of the Bible. I believe if you go to Proverbs chapter 6, I think it's verses 13 through 16, you may come across a close list to the 7 deadly sins, and also in the Galatians. And I'm sorry, for the life of me at this moment in front of my camera, I can't tell you which chapter it is in the book of Galatians. Now, let's review the 7 deadly sins, and maybe you'll see what I mean. The first sin is lust. Isn't it funny how you look at our music videos, the way that our women are dressing, the way that in the news you see high instances of HIV and AIDS and STDs among our people were always the first. And isn't it funny how sexual morality seems to be at a low among our people? I'm starting to sound to myself like I'm being judgmental, but I'm really not, because it's just the truth. I mean, you just need to go cruise around your community and see how the young women are dressing. You see how it's very provocative. You see that we have so much instances of that, what do they call that, the down low and all that. You know, lust is turning our people into reprobates, and that is one of the first deadly sins. Gluttony. All you have to do is go around the community. Sure are a lot of obese people. Obesity is at an all-time high in our community. People are, just go out again. Just drive around the community. Go to church. Look at how many people are obese. And I'm not just talking about chubby or like that. I'm talking about straight up obesity. Fat is taking over our community and leading to disease, heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, stroke. And this instance is killing our people. Gluttony, the 2nd deadly sin. Greed. Well, again, in popular American culture, of which black culture drives popular American culture, all you have to do is look at the videos, and it's all about the bling bling. The consciousness of the people is how to get the most money, how to stack the most money, how to just buy the biggest jewels and all of that. And I gotta tell you, let me be clear, I'm all about making some money. Please believe. But I just believe that as we try to build wealth, I think we ought to also learn how to give back to our community, as opposed to just keeping it to ourselves or wasting our investments on gold chains and spinning rims and some D's. Throw some D's on that sloth. This is laziness. My people don't want to get up and go to work. We just want things handed to us. Isn't that something? You know who I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. So don't act like you don't. Sloth, another of the 7 deadly sins. Wrath, anger. When particularly in young people, well, I don't want to pick on the young people. Let me just say, when I roll around the community, You can look on the faces of people and see that we are very angry. Sisters are angry at men. Men are angry at the world. The young people in particular are so angry that they'll bust a cap. You know, and we're killing one another. We don't like one another. We hate on each other because of one thing or another. Maybe it's light skin versus dark skin, male against female, good hair versus bad hair, whatever that means. Whatever the case is, we are hating on one another. We're angry with one another, and we're not promoting peace and love within our own community. Envy. Simply read, player hating. You know, we're like crabs in a barrel. If we see one person in our community getting ahead, we talk about them. If we see somebody who prefers to study the books as opposed to hanging out on the corner, we talk about him, say he's acting white, or he's no good, or thinks he's better than us, or if somebody gets, always looking over our shoulder at what the other person has, how well they're dressed, how much money they have. It's just we envy one another. That's another one of the seven. Pride. Well, we're so proud that we don't want to ask for help. We expect a handout, not a hand up. We're too proud. And that's pretty much the definition of that. Those are the 7 deadly sins, you guys. That was lust, greed, envy, wrath, sloth, gluttony, pride. 7 deadly sins. That is what is attached to our people, and if we left it up to the Catholic Church, we're all going to hell. But it's just an exercise in philosophical analysis, really, to see where we are as a people. We have some spiritual growth to do, my people, and we need to really do what we can to eliminate these sins or these issues from our consciousness. We need to look higher. We need to be better. We need to show more loving kindness towards one another, and certainly ourselves, so that we can go to a higher spiritual consciousness and be where God would have us to be. All right, YouTube, I'm just tripping, just a philosophical analysis. I get all deep sometimes, and I was just watching the movie 7, and it just dawned on me that the 7 deadly sins can be applied directly to my people. Lord help us. All right, keep making those great videos. I'll see you next time. God bless you, and love one another.